So what we're going to be doing just now for a few minutes is just breathing the emerald green of the heart chakra, which green is love. We're just going to breathe that. And on the out breath, I want you to drop into something like a garden, a forest, something that you absolutely love to be in, out in nature. And we're just going to sit here in the center of your being just for a few minutes and breathe. And if you see the tri-flame, great. If you don't worry about it. All we're doing is centering ourselves into the heart space so that we can integrate the knowledge that we're going to be talking about easier, because it's heart consciousness that we're coming into. So we're out of the mind. We want to spend more and more time in our heart center. So take a deep breath of green in through your nose, and on the out breath, out through your mouth, drop down into your heart center and sit in the most lovely place in nature that you can imagine. And just let your thoughts be like fluffy clouds. They float away and keep coming back to the breath and breathing. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Council of Love, Council that serves, we gather here this evening, united in heart and purpose, seeking guidance through the doorway to your sacred wholeness. We are your children and servants, companions in spirit, co-creators in form. We walk this planet Earth, this ancient garden of green. We have heard your call and we answer now with our hearts, souls, and minds. We come prepared and clear in our intent to join wholly and completely this night with all, with joy, with the divine, with love. We seek our birthright and our inheritance. We seek that which is, all that ever has been, and all that ever will be. We seek these blessings in order to better serve our companions of earth, to be of service to the one, to show our love for each other. In this we join our hearts and pray. Amen, amen, and amen. So just breathe that beautiful green in your heart space, that place in nature, just for a few more moments. Really feel yourself centering, the center of your being. Okay, there we go. All right. So you can feel that shift when you move out of the mind into the heart. Yes. And so what I'd like to say in this first book that has come out, the 400 pages of this book, is this first section of the mother's chart that she downloaded into me. It was actually Archangel Gabriel and the mother that downloaded this chart into me. That is a whole system of knowledge that comes from the Divine Mother. And there's 13 chakras. So in this book, there's the root chakra, the pubic, the sacral, which is the tummy, the umbilical, which is your belly button, the solar plexus, and the halion, which is the sternum just beneath the heart space. But this is all heart consciousness. And we're going to be starting with the root, but just for these first few sessions, Mondays, we're going to be doing the introduction in the book. And I just wanted to remind us, so you can see in the physical form, this is the base of the spine, the root, and then the pubic and the sacral, your tummy, belly button, solar plexus, halion, and then it goes all the way up to your crown chakra, which is grace. So that is that knowing of that pink energy that's surrounding you. But we know all this information. So I'll be referring to some of the higher chakras and the information as we go along, because we all know this. All I am is a memory jogger. Everybody knows all of this in the higher realms. It just hasn't been present on the planet. So the old belief systems have covered it up. I often say the mother is all around us. She is very present in the water. So there's water below ground, above ground, in the air we breathe, in the rain, in the clouds. She is all around us. And just like the Father, he connects to the sunlight. So the light and the moisture is in every breath we breathe in perfect balance. And this balance between the mother and the father energy has been what has been missing on the planet. It's not present in the physical form. There's a bit of a war going on between the masculine and the feminine energies inside of us. Hence, we see the war outside of us. So we're coming to peace in the physical form between the feminine energies and the masculine energies within. It's often exacerbated if we've dropped into family situation where there's been fighting or there's been disarray, trauma, and then it imbalances us within. But we did want to drop into these family situations because the whole deal right now is to eliminate these old belief systems. And it's impossible to eliminate them unless you experience them. Hence, why we've had these difficult lifetimes. So now we're becoming very heart conscious, and in that awareness, all these old belief systems, the anger, the fear, the sorrow, the shame, the bigotry, the hatred, the judgment, the limitation, the anxiety, the worry, the control, the guilt, all of that is rising up to be let go, basically. Awareness of these old systems sets us free. And as I said before, it's really being conscious of the phrases that you're saying to yourself. So I had one anchored in that I was never enough. And when I became conscious of it, that it was running, it was wreaking havoc in my life. And now I started saying, well, how I changed it was I started saying, I am enough, and changed that whole system. So I came more and more centered in my heart. I wasn't outside of my body in a sense of trauma. I was within my body, grounded in my body, more and more in my heart space, just saying, I am enough. I am love. I am worth. And another one that's very powerful is I am trustworthy. Then you're working with the mother blue and the father gold. So if you're at a loss as to some of the things to say, just go back to I am love. And that's the oneness, basically. To help you anchor in the green, which is like a reflection of nature, which is the water and the light. So all of nature needs water and light for the creation. So we are a creation of water and light as well. And we're just remembering this over and over and over. And that energy flows through us, down through us, up through us, and around us all the time. So we really, really want to anchor in these divine qualities out of all judgment. Judgment is the only mistake we make here. Judgment of self and judgment of others. And what I've found is judgment creates inflammation. So if you are struggling with any kind of pain in the physical form, ask where you are judging yourself and catch that phrase, whatever it is, and change it to help with the healing. And then, of course, it's eating lighter and lighter foods, drinking lots of water, and, doing the physical things for the physical body as well as the mental and emotional. Okay. So let's keep going here. So yeah, this is the whole system that's in this first book. This is the heart chakra, but we're going to be working with this heart chakra a lot. So we're going to be learning about all the information embedded in these chakras, but always coming back to the heart. And that spark, this is your divine spark that you carry with you every single lifetime. It's embedded in this tri-flame that you bring with you as well, whether you're an animal, a human, a mountain range, whatever we have incarnated as this tri-flame, and the spark comes with us everywhere we go. It is your wholeness. It is the truth of your being, your uniqueness and your magnificence. Everyone is that. So just a tiny bit of a review, pages 1 to 5. The Council of Love is all inclusive. Everyone is a member of the Council of Love. So that's the council connected to the Divine Mother, mighty archangels like Michael and Gabriel and Raphael and Uriel and Yophael. So all these mighty, mighty beings, and all of us are included in the Council of Love. And that's where all this information has come from. So the tri-flame in your heart chakra is this beautiful flame that I learned about back in 2011 from Sanat Kumara. I did not have a clue what it was back then, but it is this beautiful flame. I have learned more contemplating this, the blue, the yellow, the pink, just sitting in the heart space and watching it equalize. When it comes into equality, then you know you're on the right path into this gender equality within. So the flames, when they're in balance, are all equal, and they spin around the pink, so you can watch them move. Everyone has guides. So this is pages 5 to 8. Everyone has at least 3 or more guides that have been with you forever. It's very rare they change. They are your best friends. Super important to sit in the heart space and listen to them, because they have all your information. They know all your lifetimes. You can ask them anything. They don't really speak English. So that makes it a little more tricky, but they speak it's a telepathy communication, telepathic communication. And it's in images and symbols and feelings and knowings and concepts. So it's wonderful to sit there and practice and to get to know them. You can ask them what they look like. Often they're very angelic. They can be star beings. They can be from the fairy realms. They can be very shamanic and indigenous. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing to get to know your guides. And their names are ancient, so you might not be able to pick up on that, but just a nickname is fine. They don't mind being called whatever it is that you want to call them. And they are always pointing us in the direction of sacred purpose. We are here for that love within, to be the love, remember the love, feel the love within for our without, to create a planet of love, to remember how loved everyone is. We're not here to eliminate any being or to exclude anyone. Easier said than done, but we're here to love everyone. And if we're really triggered by someone, it generally means the issue is within us. It's never in somebody else. It is within us. So it's just, the more you're in that state of peace, of forgiveness of yourself, it creates very natural boundaries. When you're in gratitude to yourself, then what happens is you start just blessing everyone, and the whole field changes around us. And Sanat Kumara says, we're here to love and to know the light in physical form. So I often say be like a tree, because a tree draws up the water energy, opens to the light, and it just stands there and it blesses everyone. And Sanat Kumara has said it takes a wise old soul to just bless everything on the planet, the whole melange of the chaos and the The beauty of us evolving to just bless all of it, just be an incredible observer and send out blessings everywhere. So we're coming into our heart consciousness, loving everyone, even the most resistant. So to send those blessings into the war zones, to the leaders, to the most resistant, to everyone from the heart space. We're mastering patience and fortitude, and especially non-judgment, the compassion, which the Buddha will teach us in the root chakra. Okay, yeah, so we're really learning to listen to our guides. I highly recommend doing this every day, even if it's for 30 seconds, and then building on that. So just do what we did at the beginning of this session. Just breathe that green drop into the heart and heart listen. So just practicing being really still and listening. And if the old systems come up, because they will, just practice really getting to know them. And you can sit in that energy and it will dissolve if you have that patience to just sit with it, because it's not real. It will dissolve, but it just takes that patience to sit with it and get to know it. I say get curious, not furious. I heard that from a friend of mine. I thought that's really good. So yeah, practicing sitting in the heart. Part of the problem is we don't want to look at us playing the roles that maybe have not been as loving, but everyone has. We've played the hero to the villain and everything in between, because we're here to master compassion. So how can we master compassion unless we've played everything? Because the compassion actually is for the self. And one of the hardest things about sitting in the heart, why we resist sitting in the heart, is we don't know what we're going to see. So to ask your guides about different lifetimes, it takes a lot of courage, but just know everybody's played everything. And we're here to be that non-judgment for the self, so everyone can be that compassion for the self. No one is a sinner. We've been on this incredible journey of adventure to master being lots of different forms and beings and different things in nature. And so now is the time just not to judge anybody. We often feel we are a disappointment to the mother. We all seem to carry this, but she wants us to remember none of us are a disappointment to her, no matter what we've gotten up to, how far out of alignment we have, been. No one is. We're here to remember that we are love, everyone. In the heart, our guides can help us love ourselves, be grateful for ourselves, for the courage it has taken to incarnate and play everything. So we master compassion for ourselves and for everyone. So these three little images here, I have made them bigger over here. Kuan Yin says there is not one being in any reality that is not forgivable, no matter what we've gotten up to. We're here to master that compassion for the self. And Archangel Michael did tell me that, there was wars off planet long time ago. They were called the 10,000-year wars, where we really created a lot of devastation. And most of us were involved in those. And so that's part of, what is happening on Earth, different areas on Earth where it's quite violent. Those areas, we're mastering peace in those areas, because they're connected to that ancient energy of us feeling like we're a disappointment. So those war zones are really ancient energy. So the more we send love and blessings into those zones for the people involved, for the leaders involved, the faster the whole planet comes to peace. Catriona, my principal guide, says there is no such thing as mistakes. The only mistakes humans make is in judgment, when they judge themselves or others to be less than, when they do not see the glory of their own divinity. And that is just sad. The Mother, Father One forgive everything. So, and they want us to remember that. And I mean, that's really connected to the throat chakra, but it's embedded in all the chakras, that love from the mother, the divine mother and the divine father. Now, does anyone have like anything, any comments they want to make about any of these slides or anything I've been talking about here? Any of the um the what I've been saying here? Does anyone have any comments or questions or anything they'd like to add? Any you know, like experiences that they'd like to share?
Well, I've always been attracted to Archangel Michael.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
What is
And Kuan Yin.
and Kuan Yin. So what is your favorite?
Yes,
What is your favorite color?
blue.
Of course. So you're one of Michael's then.
Yes, it's always been blue.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're a warrior of peace.
That.
Yep.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So you're here. And the warriors of peace are really here to look at these old systems and let them go and get to that
Yep.
place of compassion for self.
I've been doing that quite a bit the last 3 years, quite a bit.
Yeah. So the energy on the planet now is really conducive to that. It's the vibrations are smoothing out. So this is the choppy vibrations are the old hatreds and judgments and that kind of thing, which we've been in for thousands of years. Now it's smoothing out. So the smoother it gets, the flat line is peace. And it's getting easier and easier for this old energy to come up and be let go. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. So in the last 3 years, we've been going deep.
Oh, yeah.
Good
And letting
work.
go and letting go and letting go.
Yeah. And that's actually aspects which are other lifetimes, other beings from other lifetimes coming in and integrating. So it seems like the work is never ending, but it's the same, seems to be some of the same lessons every lifetime, and they're coming to integrate. Beautiful. Good work. Okay. And Ken?
No, it's me that wants
Oh,
to say.
Lillian.
You talked about that person that you helped from your
Yes.
reading, and
Yes.
she used the word, why am I doing this?
Yes. Why am I here?
Why am I doing this? A lot of people do that. They use the word why. And a lot of parents also use the word, they talk to their kids like that. Why did you do this? Why are you always doing this? Why?
Yes.
And if you use that, if you notice that your reaction usually is, especially when a kid, it's like defensive.
Mhm.
If somebody says to you, why did you do that? It's the tone of voice. It's whatever. And it's a reaction. It's an automatic reaction.
Mhm.
And it's like, I did it because I wanted to.
Yeah.
And so it's a conversation that never ends, even if it's a conversation with yourself.
Mhm.
You're automatically on defensive mode.
Yes.
And so when Ken and I went through our own NLP training, we learned to kind of take the word why out of our own vocabulary.
Mhm.
And so we changed it. And we used when somebody, instead of saying, why did you do that? We used like, what would help you, or what caused you to do something? What caused you to think about this? Or when you're thinking about this, or so it was like, it was hard. I will tell you that it was hard to take the word why out of our vocabulary. And
Mhm.
it took a long time to do it.
Mhm.
But when you take that word out of your vocabulary, it changes a lot, and it helps a lot to do that.
Mhm.
Your whole,
Demeanor.
your whole demeanor, your when you're talking to yourself or when you're talking to family and friends and coworkers, it makes a huge difference in your life
Mhm.
as far as your conversations, but
Mhm.
particularly when you're talking to yourself.
Mhm.
Another word that we substitute for why is how. How talks about what you're doing to get to there. In other
Mhm.
words, this isn't about blame or what's the other word I was going to look at? But how means there is a process going on that got you to this point, and in some cases you want to change that because that is a root of what's causing you to feel bad.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's connected to the body isn't actually listening to the why so much, but the statement, like what comes after it. It's like and it just goes over and over and over.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
why questions cause a vacuum? And when you don't know what it is, what you do is you start putting in that vacuum all these answers that are probably totally nuts.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
Why
you,
does it get you
yeah,
anywhere?
no, nowhere, zero. Correct.
Yeah, it's on the endless hamster wheel. Yeah, so it's
Right. Yeah.
yeah, so it's fantastic if you can catch what you are saying to yourself.
Right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
spent a few years writing down these things, and every time, the deeper I got, the more surprised I got because I didn't even realize what I was saying. Like I found things that I didn't realize what I was saying. Like what you were asking about, Mary, the subconscious and the unconscious. They started rising up because I dealt with what was in front of me, and that changed, and then there was more.
Right. The layers, unlayering.
Yeah, so and it's lifetimes. We've been here lifetimes. And also what I was saying about the aspects, the past lifetimes, whether you've been here a few hundred times or a few thousand times, those aspects are integrating in this lifetime because we want our biggest self. It's our biggest self that's anchoring closer. So the aspects are anchoring into the physical form, which has never been done before. This is something that is new. We're actually creating peace in physical form, integrating all the lifetimes. And it's just never been done. So it's it's quite,
Wow.
and that's why there's so many beings watching over us, and why the population on the planet has exploded. Because there's so many that want to be here and experience this. Yeah. And I hear there's a lineup, like there's a big lineup to be here and be, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, think of yourself as one of the lucky ones. Just change the whole perspective. It's like this miraculous journey that we're on. And sure, we're slogging through the mud, but wow, when you do hit that zone where you feel really giggly and laughy all the time, it's wonderful. And it's much easier to be out in community and not get triggered about things and just be able to walk, be different places and just be blessing everything all the time. So yeah, it's quite an amazing way of being that's anchoring in. Yes, Darren.
Yeah, just another note on Archangel Michael. I find he is a really fantastic protector as well. I've got myself into bad situations sometimes, and he's pulled me out in a flash, no problems whatsoever. So if you need protection, call on Michael. He's right there.
And he's right there even if you don't know that you need it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, if you get into fear or whatever, it's good to call on him.
Beautiful. Yep, he is. He is our mighty protector. And we're going to go into an actual method that he has in the root chakra. So once we get through the introduction here. Yeah.
I had another note on the subconscious and unconscious. The subconscious is the level just below the consciousness, and below that is the unconscious, which we normally can't contact.
Oh, so you shifted it. You're saying unconscious is below sub?
Yeah, that's the way it's defined by Freud anyway.
Okay. Okay. Well, just know it's the deep stuff. It is the deep
One's
stuff.
deeper than the other.
Yeah, yeah, one is deeper than the other. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I
Yeah.
would say unconscious is really you're knocked out totally.
Okay.
Subconscious, we can probably manipulate a little bit.
It's like a submarine.
Right,
Okay, well, there you go.
right.
Thank
I could, that makes sense. Right.
Okay. And then the unconscious is what's underneath the submarine. Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks for correcting me there. Cause I never really looked that up actually. I just figured it was.
Right.
Yeah. So yes. But, and the more you uncover, the better. Cause it just disappears. Once you start working with it, that is what I found. And it's just having the courage to keep going, to keep sitting still and listening. Because sometimes we just don't want to do that. But it's found in the stillness. The conscious practice of sitting still and listening. And I've also found with like pulling cards or there's other ways, there's tools that you can use, whether you're holding crystals or using cards or so there's lots of ways to do it, but the sitting still in the heart space and listening to our guides is probably the most powerful way to access those old beliefs. Okay,
So I've been using the tune and fork
yeah, they're fantastic.
with all the
Mhm.
easy peasy.
Yeah, and so are you actually accessing the wording of the beliefs?
No, because I'm still working with the beginning stuff of what you're doing here. So I'm basically using it to just how can I say it, put myself into an alignment, even though I don't have data or information. I just follow my gut feelings, with working it, especially because the past couple of days of dealing with some high stress levels, working, adding that with my, I don't know if you're familiar with the Vastrika breath techniques,
Mhm.
using the breath techniques
Yeah,
to work
beautiful.
along with the physical body.
Yeah. Well, personally found if you can access what words you're telling yourself and change
Oh, I
that.
know. I work with the governing meridian over the body. So my favorite is I'm powerful, I'm strong, I'm kind, and I'm loving. That's been my, I have others, but that's probably the one that really keeps me aligned.
Right. And then getting to what the words that are not of love too. Like really going into those ones and accessing them. And it's super uncomfortable. That's all I can say.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I find it's not the words that I'm dealing with, it's the feelings.
Yeah.
And below the feelings are things that I haven't been able to uncover. So that I know, that's what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. And there's usually words that go with. And once you get those, whatever it is you're saying to yourself, it's like awareness. It just sets you free.
Right.
Mhm. Yes. Lillian or Ken? Did Lillian or Ken want to say something?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
There is a prayer on Golden Age of Gaia.
No, Kathleen knows that.
Well, yeah, but I'm telling other people.
Oh, okay.
The forgiveness prayer seems to do a lot for lightening your burden. If
Mhm.
you feel mired or something
Mhm.
like that, it's just here to you you can end up feeling better just because of having done that one prayer, which is on Golden Age, right?
Yeah, I'll try and figure out where it is and pull it up. Yeah. Yeah, because well, what you're doing is you're not judging yourself. You're coming into that place where you're the compassion for yourself with that. Yeah. Because it's never really outside of us. It's if we're triggered by something outside, it's generally within. And so it's a way to access if we're really triggered by something outside of us, whether it's a family situation or something, anything, even a situation on the planet, it really connects to something we need to look at inside, and that's where the sit in the heart and be with your guides, and it uncovers. Yeah.
You know, oh, go ahead, Kathleen.
No, that's good. You go.
The other cat, she's got her hand up.
Oh,
I
Catherine. Yeah.
Earlier, when you were talking about subconscious and conscious, even when you're unconscious, your spirit hears what's said. When
Yes.
I walk on the trail, I say hi to everybody, and a lot of people have earphones in their ears. They don't respond, but their spirit heard that hello or that good morning.
Right, right. It's true.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's
Yep.
why we're here, to say hello to everyone. Yeah, Saint Germain has told us that many, many times. To look people in the eyes, shake hands. If they don't acknowledge, it's okay, because our fields are talking to each other, and it's us busting through these old belief systems and just
Yeah,
with
some
kindness.
people just stick a finger up or something, but they acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But even the ones that just walk by and don't say anything, I think, well, their spirit heard me, so
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And we're busting through the old fears. That's all we're doing. Yeah.
You know,
Beautiful.
I learned two things for myself about forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
One, there's the doingness. I forgive you, but then the other one, I don't have to do, it just automatically comes in when I realize that they did the best they could with what they knew how.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been able to observe that in myself,
Yes.
in terms of, yes, this is, oh, wow, they did the best they could. They didn't know any better, which is a lot easier for me to do than to say, okay, I forgive you,
Yeah. And it actually comes back to self saying, I did the best I could.
Right.
Because
Absolutely. Well, it's all about me. Yes.
yeah, it's usually a mirror. That's what
That's it. Everyone's a
Yeah.
mirror of me. Right.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of it. When you extend it out, it comes back multiplied to us for our healing. And that's, I think, why they encourage us to work in the outer. So then it comes back and actually blesses us even more. So then we can give more. Our fields can get bigger. Yeah. Yes, Lillian or Ken.
Yes, when we go shopping, sometimes the floor is really hard. For instance, when we go to Meijer, and the store is huge. So what I end up doing is they have a bench, and as people pass me, I try to connect with them, and a lot of times um, they'll smile at me, and um, if they come back, they'll go away and then come back, and before they leave, they'll wave at me or say hi or something like that, so that you really do get a sense of being connected to them.
Mm,
Mm.
beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. I remember when I first started standing in the crystal store and I was had to, well, sell myself as a reader. And I remember when I volunteered to do this and it was excruciating. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? And all I did was, it eventually all the old energy around me of me not being good enough to do this, of, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It just all faded away. The more you practice, the more you're out there and you put yourself out there, it just fades away. And you realize you can listen, you can smile, you can just be out in public. And so then we're not hiding and, hiding away. We're out there and we're doing our service for the mother. Yes. Mhm. And
I
we're,
was just,
yes.
I was at Wendy's probably last week or the week before, and there was a guy that was sitting on the side of the window, and he looked kind of down, and so I got his attention and I gave him $10. And then he said, "Well, good. Now I can go get something to eat." And it just seems that there are really a lot of ways to connect with people, and any one of them will help both of you.
Yes, exactly. Where I live, were a lot of homeless people out on the sidewalks, and what Saint Germain said to do was bless loonies. You just carry around loonies and you bless them, and then you hand them out. And even when you're just giving something, like loonie is like $1 in Canada, and when it's infused with a blessing, it has the power to help them remember their self-worth,
Mm.
to change their life. So what you're doing with the money, the $10, you're blessing it. And here you go. Here's an incredible tool to change your life.
Yeah, another way of doing that is when you give the money, it has absolutely no conditions on it. They
Oh,
can do
none.
whatever they want. If it takes them to the liquor store for a nip that takes away their
Right.
pain, then it's served its purpose.
Right.
Yes, no conditions.
Yeah, it's something to do with jogging remembering who they are. Like when you're like the way you're infusing the violet flame into it, which is the perfect balance of the mother, the father, the one, the way that Saint Germain explained it. And no, there are no conditions, but it's a remembrance somehow. Yeah. Yeah.
What,
And what
once I can,
happened? What happened to all these people on the sidewalk? They all found housing. Like it was miraculous what happened. And it didn't take that long. And now there's none. There's no homeless people on this whole strip that I'm connected to.
Right. Right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it is very powerful when you set the intention and put the energy into it, that they will remember who they are. And remember their self-love and self-worth, which is what the violet flame does. It is the perfect balance of the mother and the father energy. Yeah.
I actually gave money to a person who was drunk.
Mhm.
And I mean, he may not have used it for what I thought he should use it for, but I think it did get his attention and help him to think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think there's any yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. I mean, a lot of people don't want to give them money because they think it's going to go to drugs or to alcohol or whatever. But yeah, but what Saint Germain said was it doesn't matter. Like even how much can they buy with $1?
Right.
But there's great power of self-worth in that dollar. Yeah. So yeah, it does. It just the amount doesn't need to be astronomical to help them. So just this going back to now we're in into the new pages, but breathing green, dropping into the heart garden, practicing this over and over, remembering that the Mother, Father, One forgive everything. Because people struggling with alcoholism and addiction, they're feeling really badly about themselves. Been there, done that, no fun, really feeling terrible. So what we're doing when we're breathing the green and dropping in is helping the self remember everything, and also extending it out into the collective. And there is a temple in behind the heart space as well. That's a really beautiful place to go to. So there's a light that you can fly through right in the middle of the tri-flame. Just fly through it, just feel like as an angel, a dragonfly, a fairy, whatever, a bird, an eagle, fly right through that light. And then there's this beautiful golden temple on the other side. So that is a place of golden self-worth, that incredible gratitude for yourself, for the courage it's taken to come here. And Sanat Kumara goes into the same meditation over and over and over every law, for us to go into that golden energy of the universal laws, basically, of that perfect balance in the physical form. Yes, Ken.
Is that going into the temple? Is that the heart chakra itself?
He's behind.
Oh, it's behind the heart chakra.
Yes.
So so when we do the prayer and we're in the heart chakra, and then we go behind, and then go into the go up to the temple and all the rest of that.
Mhm.
That's part of the temple.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's quite a different space than the heart chakra itself. Yeah, it's in behind, and it is your creation space. It is your joy. It's remembering your self-worth. It's like all of us seem to have lack of self-worth on this planet. So it's really remembering the universal laws, which haven't been talked about so much, in the last few thousand years. So in there is a great remembrance of the Father energy, Archangel Gabriel, the golden ascension spiral. There's a lot. Gold is very powerful. Yeah. And then when you go in there, you stay in there for as long as you want. The longer, it builds. It's easy to stay in there like for half an hour after a while. Make sure when you come out, just fly right through that pinprick of light back into the green of your heart, and just feel yourself anchored in your heart consciousness, and then carry on with your day. Yeah, but it's very powerful way to build your connection with your guides. So you can connect with your guides in the emerald heart chakra or in behind in the golden temple. Both places, amazing. But consistency is the key. Even 2 minutes a day builds the muscles. Before long, you can sit and listen for 30 minutes. But to be in that state of listening is what creates a great leader. If our leaders on planet were good listeners, we would have consensus and democracy very quickly, and everybody's talent would be utilized. That's how things work in the higher realms, in circles. And the leaders are the best listeners. Switzerland has five leaders, one from each province. So they work in a circle. Canada, when the tariffs came in from Mr. Trump, our premiers all started working in a circle. So there's 13 of them. And they gathered. And this is something I've been saying about Canada. We need 13 leaders. And when that started happening, I was like, oh, look at that. So then there's no judgment of anything, because I don't know if anything's good or bad. No opinion. I have no opinion about what's happening out there. No opinion inside. And look what can transpire on the planet. Everyone working together. That's no war within, no war without. No opinion within, no opinion without. And things can start happening.
0 point. 0 point.
0 point. Yeah. And basically it's a place of non-judgment. And the Buddha calls it no eyes, no ears, no mouth. No opinion, no complaint. Yeah. And you're watching, you stand back, watch and bless, like be like a tree. Yeah.
I wonder if that's where the phrase "see no evil, hear no evil,
Speak no evil.
speak no evil" came from.
Absolutely. No opinion about anything. I don't know if it's good or bad. It could be the best thing ever. Something that looks terrible could be a great thing for something. I don't know.
You know, that just reminded me years and years ago, I had asked a friend, I said, what's this unconditional love thing that was going through the new age? And I never forgot it. She stood in the doorway and she cocked her head and she said, I think what unconditional love is, and I've loved it ever since. She said, it's when you totally allow something to happen, and it's when you totally accept something, which was the two-way flow. And that's always helped me, you know, in that term of what's unconditional love.
Yes.
So to allow that to happen and or to accept whatever's going on. It's helped
Yes.
me a lot.
That's very good. And the Divine Mother talks about that in the law of change, acceptance and allowance. Both. Mhm. So they all have ways for us to come to the middle. Different wording. And we're going to go through all the different systems. And it's so beautiful. The wisdom that comes in from the Buddha and Lao Tzu and Sanakamara and the Divine Mother and Saint Bernadette, even for prudence, and Saint Teresa and Saint Francis. It's all incredible. Archangel Gabriel for joy. We're going to be going into all of that. And it's kept me busy for 12 years to be able to talk about it in a very simple way, because you'll see in the book, it comes in a big chunk of information in the transcripts. But we'll go into it and simplify it all to make it easy to understand. But really, the simplest thing is loving yourself and loving everyone, just extending that love and that kindness, stepping out into community as much as you can, helping lift everyone up. Because most people can be very, very lonely, especially light workers too. So when you can overcome your own fear and just extend that helping hand out, oh my gosh, imagine if we all did that. Then the world would be quite a different place. Today, in one of the readings, I was starting to see how someone that I was working with was carrying the cities of light within them. And I could see them just all around. It was incredible. So you are your own city of light. Basically, that's what this golden temple is. You are your own city of light. You carry that within you. And we're emanating it, like Darren's picture there behind him. Emanating that golden light out to everyone. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the golden age coming in.
Yeah, well, you are, yeah, I mean, that's within you. It's not out there, it's in us. And it comes out of us through our eyes, through our actions, through us reaching out and helping lift everyone up. Mm-hmm.
I liked to consider myself at times a lighthouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Great.
Divine Mother talks about that. That's what you are. Yep. Boom. Coming out. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Beautiful. For everyone and everything, no matter where we go. Okay.
Totally.
Well, I think, and if anybody's wondering what this is, there is something called the Hridayam. It's in the middle of the heart chakra. So that's that light right there. It is a pinprick of light that you can fly through. And on the other side is that golden energy, which is absolutely extraordinary. So it's just a beautiful practice to either sit in the green or fly into the gold and just practice. Just practice being in that energy, in the gold. Everything is in the color. The colors are healing. Every color is vibration and frequency. It is mother and father energy. It is vibration. It is frequency. and it
Yes.
spins both ways. The mother tends to spin backwards and the father to spin forwards. So it's there's a lot of energy moving all around us. But let's see, what's my next one? Yeah, okay. So I think now,
Kathleen, I'm gonna head out because it's
yeah, it's that
way
time. We've
past
gone
my
over.
time,
Yeah,
but this was great. We'll see you next, okay,
okay, awesome.
everybody.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming.
so much. Thanks,
Yeah,
hon. Thanks,
you're so
everybody.
welcome.
Have a
Okay,
good night. Yeah,
good night.
bye-bye.
But
Bye,
Yep.
Mary.
Take care.
Okay, so we have gone 10 minutes over. Usually at the end, we do about 10 minutes of sending love. But if you need to go, you can jump out at any time. I should have said that at the beginning. Just jump out anytime. You know, you don't have to say anything. You can just, away you go, because everybody's got time schedules and all that. And I'll try to stick to the 1 hour so that we yeah, I had somebody actually ask me if we could go for an hour and a half, but I know that's a long time, so, but we can, maybe the beginning of the next session, we'll just ask and see how everybody feels. Yeah, so if you'd like to stay right now, what we do at the end is we send love for 10 minutes. And, you know, you can just be right in your stillness and know that the energy is going out. Just intend for it to go wherever you'd like it to go. But generally at the end of these sessions, that's what we like to do. So, yeah, all right. So, if you'd like to stay and do that, we'd love you to join us. And I'll just set the timer. Where's my timer? There we go. There's 10 minutes. And yeah, at the end, I'll just the screen will just come back to all of us. So you'll notice. Okay, so away we go. Just drop into the heart space and intend to send. Oh, and yes, and we can all mute ourselves too. I'll mute myself. Okay. There we go. That was 10 minutes. Mm, that was fun. You could
Darren's
feel,
back.
you could feel what a nice big circle we have. Mhm. Carrie, you were so quiet tonight.
I'm actually at the Krishnamurti Center on the island.
Lovely. No wonder you're being quiet.
Yeah,
How nice. Are you meditating there?
it's like a silent study, and I'm the only person here besides the teacher in residence, so it's 32 acres of quiet.
Oh,
Wow, that's
wonderful.
beautiful. And how long are you going to be there?
A few more days.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Does it feel funny to be talking to us then?
a little bit, but it's been nice too.
Good. Okay, wow, that's amazing. Ah, you're so lucky. Good. Okay, everyone. Anyone else have anything they'd like to say? No? Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Beautiful sending. Gosh, the energy is so beautiful for the planet. Thank you. And I'll send another email next week with the link, or it will be on the Golden Age of Gaia. And yeah, it's good. It's the same link every week. So you can just bookmark it. I'll be here. So we'll go
Thank you.
and yeah, okay, bye, Carrie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. I did a bit of a review because I felt like there was going to be new people, so we didn't actually get 21 pages done, but I don't think it matters.
Oh, doesn't matter. And it's good to review anyway, so now it's on your tape, so you
Yeah.
can, it'll be on YouTube, and then, so people will really start right from the beginning now.
Exactly. So I'm just going to stop the recording right now. So thank you everybody for coming and watching. And always on Mondays at 6 o'clock PST on this Zoom, we'll be doing more